Is it crazy what's been coming up lately? Is it crazy? Or is it just the same old story? The same old story that's been told on repeat, on repeat. We just get to go a little deeper this time. We just get to go a little further into it. Isn't that how it always is? Oh, I have some things heavy on my heart to share today after my journaling. And it's been almost like we have been able to, this is happening with many people. We've been able to think through the wounds that we have, specifically the wounds that we have with regards to our path forward. The things that we have been hiding from ourselves are coming to the surface, are coming to the light. And it's really a beautiful opportunity. But it's like, once we see it, it's like, oh, okay, well, what do I do with this information? What do I do with this? There's like a lot of uncertainty right now. There's a lot of, okay, well, I see this, and then we have a lot of insight on things that we could do, like many possible opportunities, many ways to expand upon the things that we are already doing. But yet there's still this like underlying uncertainty, and it's almost like leads to this frustration of what exactly do I do? What do I put my energy towards? My energy is golden, right? It's like the absolute gift. It's our gift to the world. Our energy is our gift to the world. And if we can just literally dial into that and direct it intentionally, that's the goal that we have, right? I believe everybody could agree with that. If there's something I'm saying that you don't agree with or does not resonate with you, then just fine. That's I respect that. But I really see this in the stars. I see this in the chart, and I see this in other people around me, and I'm experiencing this myself. And it's a wonderful thing. So let's go into the chart. Let's just look at the details. That's all. I'll show you. We have the astrological wheel, and again, this is a continuation of my previous video. We're going to ignore what's in black, and we're going to focus on what's in green. And even though there's a lot of uncertainty, like I mentioned, I'm a positive person. I'm not going to bring you doom and gloom. Uncertainty is okay. There's a lot of things getting stirred up for a reason. And the reason is so that we see it. When we see these things that make us unsure, it is the way that we can solve problems in order to move forward. And this uncertainty that we may be experiencing right now will subside pretty soon. And if we go over here, there's a lot of activity. There's a lot we could talk about. But I really just want to talk about this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction again, because we're still pretty close here. You can see we have Jupiter here. We have Uranus here. Jupiter being the planet of luck, growth, expansion, optimism, abundance. And then we have Uranus here being the planet of eccentricity, unpredictable changes, innovation, reformation, going into the new. With these two planets coming together, this is where we're seeing all of those potential avenues. I'm sure maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate, just ignore it. But I'm sure many of us have been seeing the new avenues that we could possibly take. And sometimes it's so many different ways that we don't know which one is the best. And we have a hard time with that, maybe. With these planets being in Taurus, this is coming through in a very, very grounded, earthy way. This is coming through in a very embodied way. Like these new things coming at us are tangible. They're tangible. Like we can bring them into our lives. It's so very possible. And with the sun coming through in Taurus now, he's really going to light up this area of the sky as well. And We may still be feeling a little, the uncertainty comes from here. The uncertainty comes from the fact that Mercury is still here in retrograde at the North Node. This North Node here, this North Node, South Node, they're directly across from each other. If you can see, the North Node is over here and the South Node is over here. That's our destiny line. That the South Node is where we come from, and the moon is right by that, because we're actually getting ready to have a full moon. So the moon just passed the South Node, which, that's a whole nother energy in itself. But the North Node and Mercury over here being in retrograde is sort of giving us this window into ways that we can... our thoughts are... Mercury is the mind, communication, intellect, reason, intelligence. We are given, a doorway, a window in to see this path for ourselves. And, with regards to our path forward, tomorrow we will have a full moon. This moon is going to be directly across from the sun. And the full moon here is going to square Pluto. Okay, Pluto is right here. All right. The full moon is going to square Pluto, which is a power struggle, and we are already feeling this. It's coming in today. Usually the full moon energy lasts 3 days before, 3 days after, where we really get the effects of it, with tomorrow being the peak. And this full moon square to Pluto is a power struggle. Pluto is the archetypal energy of transformation, is the archetypal energy of power. Where do we have our power, and where do we feel powerless? And this is coupled with, it could provide some of the uncertainty with regards to Mercury retrograde as well, and the insights coming through about what we have been hiding with regards to our Chiron, our wounded healer. Long story short, this is a time of insight. This is a time that we will not get to experience ever again. The astrological weather of April has been absolutely insane in a good way. Like I said, I'm not going to be doom and gloom. I really am a positive person, and I hope that in sharing this, I perhaps inspire someone to work with this energy intentionally. Even if we feel uncertain, even if we feel powerless in some of the decisions that we have to make, we can look at this in a positive way by saying, hey, thank you for letting me see this. I can see this now, and I can better make decisions to move forward. I can sit with this intentionally. I can ask myself where I feel powerless in my life, and maybe do a journaling exercise on this. Maybe do movement meditation. Movement can be very powerful right now. So we can, when questions arise to you, or when thoughts repeat themselves to you right now, it's for a reason. You have the power to transform your negative thoughts into power moves. It takes recognition, which is what we have thanks to Mercury. It takes the expansion of new ideas, thanks to the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And with this full bright moon square Uranus, we can see where we are giving our power away. We can see where we're giving our power away. We can bring our light of awareness to that, and we can take it back. And just know, that things are going to move forward soon. It helps when we look at things from a symbolic perspective. I think that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this, because it's helped me a great deal. When I can look at things from a symbolic perspective, it gives it less weight, and it helps me see how much my life is just a player on the field. My life is just a player on the field. My contract in this life is just a player on the field, and I am here to be the hands and voice and eyes of God. And we all have our part to play. And when we look at things from a symbolic perspective, it can help take the weight of it. And I just hope that this reaches the people that need to hear it. I hope that in some way we can go within and take some time for ourselves right now. The energies that we are living with are like once in our lifetime, and take some time for that. Honor ourselves. If it takes burning a candle, you can jump in the membership box. I will remind you every month in the subscription to set that home spa time for yourself. Take care of yourself, and just know that things are going to ease up soon and everything is going to be okay. So I love you guys so much. I hope to keep doing this. If you like it, let me know. Because if I don't know, then I'm going to be like, oh, I'll get bored with that. But I have been receiving some direct messages, some personal messages from people about my previous video. And then about the stories that I was doing around the eclipse. And so since I'm getting these direct messages, it helps me realize that maybe what I have to say is helpful. And if you find it helpful, feel free to reach out if you're curious to see where these energetics align on your personal chart. Let me know. I can send you a link to a video a lady I have been watching and mentoring under, who will help you learn how to pull your own chart, or if you would like for me to pull it for you. Because although these energetics are the same for everyone, they are falling in a different house of life for each person. So that's how we're definitely all experiencing things in a different flavor based upon what house these energetics are falling in on our chart. So, but yeah, it's been a wild month and I'm pumped about it. Honestly, I've been watching it and it's really exciting for me. Like after the eclipse, and how literally during an eclipse, it's like things are hidden from us. And the eclipse was conjunct the North Node and Chiron. The North Node is the direction that we're heading. Chiron is our wounds. Chiron is our wounds, is finding healing in the wounds, is like our Achilles heel. And there may have been a lot of things from the eclipse hidden in those areas that are coming to light with this conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune. And when things are coming to light, Jupiter, Uranus, when things are coming to light, it can be heavy. It can be heavy. And I think that's what pulls me to want to talk about this, especially with this full moon coming through. So take good care, you guys, and I'll see you when I see you, where I see you.